Okay, this is the test review for book 6-5. So here we go. Question number 1 on your test actually reads, we have these teams of golfers, I think it says. Where is your test? That'd be a good idea. All right, it says, Coach Clausing has 4 teams of golfers with 5 players, 7 players, 8 players, and 8 players. If you were to switch those players so each team had the same amount, how many players would be on each team? So it's an average. So we're going to add these all together, then divide by 4. That's why I have this nice long mathematical sentence. So 12 and 16 would be what? 28 divided by 4 would be what? Well, you should know that. 7. So I want 7 and I want players. Okay, I want you to get used to starting to label everything. So 7 players. Number 2 says, how many is 2/3 of a dozen? Well, of means multiply. So 2/3 times 12, that's a dozen, right? 12 isn't a dozen. Any whole number as a fraction is just itself over 1. So we're going to multiply, but can I cross cancel? Yes, I can. 3 goes into itself once. 3 goes into 12 4 times. Now if I multiply across, I get 6 over 1. No, 8, sorry, 8 over 1, which is really just the number 8. Okay? Now, how many years were there from 1492 to 1601? Well, that's easy. You simply put the larger number on top, and then we're going to subtract the smaller number from it. So can I take 1 from, or 2 away from 1? No. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to borrow. Now, 11 take away 2 is 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. 5 minus 4 is 1. So we have 109. 109 what? Years. Make sure you label it or you will get a point off. 109 years. Now, number 4 says round 679 to the nearest 10. Well, this is the ones, this is the tens. So to the nearest 10. So think to yourself, well, is 79 closest to 70 or to 80? Well, of course it's closer to 80. So to round that, it would be 680. That would be the number. Now, number 5, we have, it says draw a circle. So I did a little circle here, and it has a radius of 40 millimeters. What is the diameter? Well, the radius is half of the diameter. So if we add another 40, we're going to get what? 40 plus 40 equals 80. 80 what? Millimeters. Do not forget the label or you will lose some points. Now this one's just using your logic. 12 times 1 equals 12 plus what? Well, 12 times 1 is 12. So that equals 12 plus, do we have to add anything? No, 0. W equals 0. Number 7, we have this rectangle. It only gives us the 2 measurements and it asks us for the perimeter. Well, we know this side and this side are the same, and this side and this side are the same. So if we wanted to write just one mathematical sentence, we could say 4 times 2 plus 2 times 2, and that would be 8 plus 4, which would be 12 inches. Now, if you don't like doing it that way, you can go like this. Okay, well, 4 plus 2 is 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 2 is 12. You get the same thing, but this is a more of an algebraic sentence, and you might as well start getting used to that because you're getting smarter. All right, 8. It says, how many degrees does the minute hand of a clock turn in 15 minutes? Well, 15 minutes is this right here. How many degrees does that look like? Well, looks like a 90-degree angle to me, right? Bam, it's perpendicular. So that would be 90 degrees. Remember that little degree label. Number 9 says write this in standard form for all of this. Well, okay, so that's 300,000, but 308,000, right? Not 80, so 308,000, comma, 403. So you have to add 0, 3. So that says 308,403. Oh, look at 308,403. Ta-da! That is what it looks like. Number 10 just says, look at these triangles, which appears to be equilateral. Well, what does equilateral mean? All the sides are the same. What, does this one have the sides are the same? Nope, there's a short one. This, nope, there's a long. Ding, 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 ding. A would have all the sides the same. Okay? Now, look at number 11. 11 is just addition, but we just need to make sure we are lining up our places in the right, the ones, the tens, the hundreds, and the thousands. So we have 8 plus 1 is 9, plus 5 is 14. I always look for groups of 10, so there's a 10, plus 3 would be 13. That would be 9, and that would be 7. So 7,934. Not hard. Now 12 is the same kind of thing, only, subtraction. So we're just going to subtract. What is 6 take away 3? 3. Can I take 4 from 2? No. So borrow 1 over here. 12 minus 4 would be 8. Can I take 6 from 3? No. So borrow. 13 minus 6 would be 7. 783. Easy, 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 right? All right, number 13. It gives you this problem. $1.25 times 40. Now, I could do 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, or I could just hold that place and now go to my 4. So 4 times 5 is 20, put a 0 there. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. Carry the 1. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. How many decimal places do I have? 1, 2, 1, 2. Remember my $sign? That doesn't seem right. Oh yeah, okay, times 40, it is. It's not 40 cents, all right, I'm good. So make sure you have your $sign and the answer, $50. That's a lot. I should get paid that. Okay, 14, we just have to do a simple multiplication. So starting with our 5 times 6 is 30, put the 0 there, carry the 3. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 3 is 23. Now I got to hold that one spot. I'm going to the tens now. 3 times 6 is 18. Carry the 1. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Add those. 0, 11, 6, 1. 1,610. Now when they give you a fraction like number 15, they want you to divide 8 into that big huge number. All right, so 8 whomp, goes into 3, 2, 7, 2. How many times? Can it go into 3? No. Can it go into 32? Yes. How many times? 4, and you get 32. 0. Can it go into 7? No. Now drop down the 2. Can it go into 72? Yes. How many times? 9. 409 is your answer. Okay? Don't forget that 0. Don't just drop the next 2 and put your 9 there. It could not go in to 7. You had, so 0. Then you drop the 2 and it goes in 9 times. Now 20 into 64, or 20 into 640. What I do and what you can do is just divide both of these by 10 a minute, so just take off those zeros. Okay? That to me is easier. So now I have 2 into 64. Can 2 go into 6? Yes. How many times? 3. Drop down the 4. Can 2 go into 4? Yes. How many times? 2. So 32. Now if you don't believe me, that's if 20 times 32 is 640, let's just do that. Okay? So we got 32 times 20. I'm going to keep that 0 there. I got a 4. I got a 6. Oh, look at that. Bam. This is the answer. Now this is simple, simple, simple. It's just adding 3/4 to 2. That's going to equal 2 3/4. That's almost too easy. All right, this one, same kind of thing. 6 1/2 minus 4. If you want to see it this way, 6 1/2 minus 4. Is there anything here? No, so that's going to be a half. 6 take away 4 is 2. 2 1/2. Number 19 says draw a circle, shade all but 1/4 of it. So I'm going to color this, I'm going to color that. Those are my dogs thinking they're hungry. Okay. Now, what percent is shaded? Percent? I don't know. Yes, you do. You have 3/4 shaded percent is simply the denominator into the numerator. So 4 goes into 3.0. Can it go into 3? No. Can it go into 30? Yes. 7 times. You get 28. Can it go into 2? Nope. Drop a 0. Oh, look at that. Now I have 0.75, but that's still not my percent. Now I'm going to take 0.75 times 100. That makes the decimal go over 2 places to the right, so it is 75%. The other way you could have done that is think of this as a dollar, and I have 3 quarters. How many cents is that? 75. So it's 75%. And then the last one is a doozy. It says use words to name that huge number. Well, okay, let's first copy that number. Dogs, I'll feed you in a minute. Now let's put our commas in there. Okay, now we're just going to write this out. So it is what? 27 what? 27,000? No. 27 million, comma, 849 what? Thousand, comma, 531 period. 27,849,531. Aren't you glad we have numbers instead of having to write all our numbers out? Me too. Okay, study, study, study. I'll see you Monday.